it's clearly to me Dan Quinn does. He did. It's no way Jayden Daniels should have been in the game. 38-7. Come on, bro. The game was the game was already over. The team wasn't prepared. Um, everything went Seattle away from Jim. They scored boom, boom, boom. We get the ball. Jalen Lang fumbled the ball. Nobody got open. It was clearly ass whooping, just like what's my name? Just like Cosme said, just like Sam Cosme said. Excuse me for that brain fart right there. But yeah, Dan Quinn definitely deserve blame because he's a head coach. Um, like I said, he shouldn't have been out of there. I'll say this. Leading into the Seattle game, they should just shut him down because he had multiple injuries. And he our franchise guy. You don't do that. So he definitely DQ definitely deserves the blame. DQ this year definitely have lost the locker room. Now should he be fired? No, but I tell you what, this off season, he needs to prepare that locker room because he lost it with the J injury. I said let Mariota start the rest of the season. That way we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in now. Jayden hurt, and Kevin Skin, I got to get on you. You said that DQ shouldn't be fired. Some of the fans think he should because he caused Jayden Daniels the season. And despite that, he took us to the national championship game. That don't mean anything. So yeah, he definitely deserves some. DQ definitely deserves some blame. So you can't do that, Kevin Shea. You can't do that. One day ago, then come back and say, oh well, Jayden Daniels shouldn't have been in the game. Come on, Kevin Shea. That's irresponsible. That's irresponsible of you to say that. It is. And LeVar Arrington, you said it was LeVar Arrington, you said it was Jay and Dane's fault that he got injured. No, it wasn't his fault. Guys wasn't getting open. Um, the Seattle defense was just getting through. Our offensive line was just getting their ass kicked, and yeah, our offensive line was getting their ass kicked, and like I said, nobody was getting open. So Jayden do what he always does. If you don't like it, he'll take off. He ain't feel comfortable. And it's been plenty of time this year our O line was getting their ass kicked. So LeVar Arrington, I will ask you this. No, I will say this to you. Tell Patrick Mahomes, tell Josh Allen, tell Lamar Jackson, tell the rest of the guys who are athletic. that don't run, don't make something happen. Because when you're the quarterback in this league, if everything else fails, it's on the quarterback to make something happen. Jayden Daniels' injury was on Dan Q, was on AP. Who else? Josh Harris. It was on the whole organization. That's who it was on. I would never blame Jayden for making something happen because that's the job description of a quarterback. The quarterback, the quarterback get praised when he win and blame when he lose. Point blank period. So it wasn't JD fault. I understand, LeVar, that you still have some bad feelings towards the organization, but that wasn't Jayden's fault. And he shouldn't have been in the game. So just like all the other Commanders fans said, somebody here got a role. But unfortunately, Dan Quinn, he loyal, so he won't hire. I mean, he won't fire nobody. But yeah, but he got to look. Dan Quinn got to look in the mirror and say to himself, "I fucked up. I shouldn't have did that to Jay." The whole season was terrible. We were boarding guys who were past their prime. Von Miller, who else? Um, Preston Smith, Frankie Lupo having a terrible season. I don't know what it is about when free agents come in. Their first year they look like all stars. Their second year, you be like, damn, what happened? Did they forget how to play? Um, Mikey having a bad season. Yeah, he had 3 interceptions. He the team leader in the interceptions, but he having a terrible season. Jeremy Reeves. I like Jeremy Reeves a lot, but he was missing tackles. Jeremy Reeves is a special team thing. He is, but you know he was missing tackles left and right. Marshawn Lattimore. He played better the last I say two games. But yeah, he was getting torched. He tore his ACL. So we might let him walk. Um but I'll get to that in a second. Um but the season is a disaster. We've been here before with a lot of injuries. Um everybody blaming AP for not getting the job done, where reporters around the NFL told told the Commanders fan base that AP is a hard negotiator. AP is not gonna give you what you want, and as Commanders fans, that's what you want. You don't want how Dan Snyder was. Just give money and guys don't produce. No, no. You want them to earn their money. And yes, I was on Terry's side because Terry did deserve some money. Um, with the number of quarterbacks they play with, Terry is a professional. Terry is the leader of our team, and the vibe is better when Terry out there. It is. Guys more pumped when they are there. We just didn't have it. And we might let Marshawn walk like I said. Preston Smith he could walk, Ron Miller he could walk. Um I would we should have traded Benson it yesterday, but that didn't happen. Because Benson he haven't produced since he got in the league. What's my Zach Ertz. Since Zach Ertz been on the team, he outperformed Benson, and that shouldn't have been the case at all. So Benson they could walk. Marshall Lattimore could walk. Like I said, Preston Smith, Ron Miller, who else? All the guys who haven't contributed, they could walk. We need to, yes, draft younger, but also play our young guys. They gonna make mistakes, but how else they gonna learn if they don't play? I don't know why we draft these guys and they don't play like a Cam Madrano, um, a Tyler Owens. He's not getting some play. But nah, man, let these guys play. Who on the roster showing you something? Jayden the guy, Bill's the guy. Um, Luke McCaffrey finally showing you what he could do. He tore his collarbone, so he's out. Who else? Brandon Coleman lost his job to Chris Paul. Should he walk? Should he walk? And in the offseason, I would say, and Andrew Wiley was on the table if he had a trade market value, but nobody called. Like Real said, who will want these guys? And this happened. I don't care what coaching regime it is. We don't play our young guys. Fuck developing. The how you develop is by playing. You develop by playing. You learn by playing. By sitting on the sideline, you're not contributing. You're not. So why should we draft these guys and they're not gonna play? That's stupid. That's a waste of that's a waste of draft pick, a waste of talent all around the league. Teams young players producing. Look at the Jigba in Seattle. Look at Trey Horton, who I wanted. He had 2 touchdowns Sunday night. We made Sam Darnold look like all star or look like top 5 Sunday night. And I'm not shitting on Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold bounced around in the league. He had finally found a team, who built around him and who was already set. And I think that time in Seattle, that time with the 49ers, did Sam Darnold some good. And I don't blame the Vikings for drafting J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy, he gonna be a good player. You see it. What would she? I mean, what what would be the Vikings record if J.J. McCarthy didn't get hurt? I don't know. They could possibly be A-0. The Vikings I'm talking about. But you had who you had? You had a washed up Wentz who can't play anymore, who can't run anymore. At this point, he just getting a check. But and I saw Todd McShay. He got us at 16, drafting Pearl Hawkins Jr. My question is, if we draft him, are we gonna play him, or he gonna sit on the bench with the rest of our guys and say he gotta develop? Nah, bro, fuck develop, bro. We gotta win games, man. You don't sit draft picks on the bench just to let them watch the game, bro. You let them guys play. Like I said, otherwise don't draft them. You look at who else? John Dawson. We traded him to the Eagles, got a Super Bowl ring. Can't laugh at him about it. We can say, oh, Jahan Dawson wasn't doing that. Wasn't the number two receiver. And shout out to Harvey Roseman for picking him up. And Jahan Dawson, do he have the numbers? No, but when Jalen need him, he there. So we can't go back to when players leave here. They do good on other teams. Yeah, we seen that as well numerous of times. And Kevin saying you want to get, like I said earlier, and this live, you want to give Dan Q a pass, just because he took us to NFC East championship game. Kevin saying, every year is a different year. Come on, like I said, that's bad on your part. You're an experienced journalist. You know better than that. But the fan base should be mad. Then when y'all say we don't care, then y'all talk shit about us, and that's not the case. Yeah. So we need to play our young guys. That's one. If they going, cause like I said, if they gonna make mistakes, let them make mistakes on the field. The Eagles, when they draft their guys, they play their guys. Or when the Eagles trade for somebody, they end up playing the next day. DQ, listen to me, DQ. Wherever you at, stop being loyal to Two guys, man. Stop it. If you need to sit guys down, sit them down. You should have been done that. I would have sent some guys down to week 3. If they ain't getting it done, now come on over here. Sit down, Cameron. You win. We gotta start waiting till towards the season over, then give these guys a look. You have a good coaching staff. All these people thought. You don't trust your coaching staff to get these guys ready, then that's on you, DQ, because you picked the guys. So we need guys who can come in and play right away. Can't hold these guys back, man. Jalen Lang a good returning. You gotta work on catching the ball, man. Working on that all off season. Go out, get a jug machine, or 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 ask Quimmer guys, can you take it home with you? But in your backyard, practice catching the ball. Look how many guys we had, man. We had starting out we had what's my name? We had a Dallas receiver. Trying to think, man. What's Dallas receiver name, man? Used to give us fits, man. I'm gonna think about it too when I go off, man. Man, but he was in Dallas when DQ was there. Can't think of his name right now. But we had him starting out. Then um we brought in Robbie Chosen. We brought in Trey Burke, signed him. Uh, you know, Chris Moore had a couple of catches. So man, come on with that, man. Everybody around the league play their young guys, like I said, and teams and the rest of the teams around the NFL, their players hurt, and they still find ways to win. That goes to show you, man, that was we false last year because everybody was healthy. Was it Magic? I think we were just prepared last year. We was healthy for the most part, um, and we won them games. It wasn't no magic or nothing like that. Um, we had an identity last year. This year we don't. We ain't go for it on fourth down a lot or nothing. So yes, I would say, like I said earlier, also in this live, DQ lost the locker room. He lost the locker room, and he has to prepare. Um, AP, you bought these veterans in here who was over the hill, who was washed up, things like that. Deron Payne, when this contract is up, he always play well starting out the season. But since then, he shut it down. Johnny Newton, what he been doing? He haven't been doing anything. He made plays here and there. Was Brandon Coleman, was Johnny Newton, was those guys? Should we even drafted those guys? What I signed Debo? Yeah, I signed Debo next year, and get Terry 100% healthy. But the guys I named who didn't contribute, they go walk. Frankie Louisville having a terrible season. Um, yeah, he need to bounce back next year. Mike Sanders still need to bounce back. Yeah, but Ben Simmons, he can walk, bro. He can walk. Anytime Jayden could throw to John Bates, man, and John Bates is more productive than Ben Simmons. That says Ben Simmons was a wasted draft pick. Now, maybe he have it, man. Maybe another team could get it out of him. But if he turn out to be something, go somewhere else. Who you know what that means? That your coaching staff, the guys on there is shit. Like, oh, look what Vincent is doing. Well, how come y'all couldn't get that out of them? Y'all know what the media you gonna say. And this not me crashing out. I don't do that. I don't get paid. I'm not out there. I'm just calling it like I said. This, like I said, this remind me of RG3. The only difference is we was up 14. What was that? 14 and nothing, and he twisted his leg. He already was injured, and then when his foot got stuck in the ground and twisted his leg, his career was over. Now, should Kirk Cousins played that game? I would have put Kirk Cousins in. I would have put Mariota in when it was 14 and nothing. I would have did that. Now you have a whole lot of questions. DQ, is DQ the guy? He he made the wrong choice. Why he left Jayden out there? He should have said them. All these questions are now at DQ feet, and some at Adam Peters feet. Cause Ron Rivera, he did the same thing AP did. Just because guys, they 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 shouldn't be on the team. Yes, Kelo was a good pickup. We will see how he do next year. Do both deserve to come back? Would it help deter it? I would say yes. Noah Brown could walk. He spent more time in the training room than on the field. Like I said, we got to get guys here who can play, who start from day one and go on and so on. Look at Cooper DeZier. Look at them guys in Philly, man. That young secondary. What them guys do? Them guys playing. They make some mistakes, but what happened? As the season go on, they got better and better. So are we back to being the same old, or we gonna bounce back next year and and we're gonna take it out on the rest of the league. We're gonna have an easy schedule. We're gonna have a top pick. So that's what it is, man. Yeah. So questions. A lot of questions around this right now. The brotherhood been 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 tested, been tested all year. Jay gone, Terry gone, rest of the guys in there like Teddy Bruschi always say, and the Commanders locker room right now, you have independent contractors. They plan for their next team and their next contract. But if you're an NFL team, Would you want some of these guys on your roster? That's why nobody ain't call us, because like Rio said, who want these guys? The season was promised. It was, and y'all already here. Y'all already here. Oh they feel Jayden. He the next RG3. He all this all that. You know he's he's injury prone. Marcus Mariota look better than him. You know when you have um a Dodge content creator on YouTube who don't like Jaden and send him prayers up. And he's not a bad dude. He just don't like Jake, and that's fine. I'm not knocking the dude. He got a good channel. Go subscribe to him. Um, but yeah, even he felt bad for Jake, man. And I get it, man. I get it. He ride for Dallas, just like any other fan ride for their team. You know, we gonna have an easy schedule. Yeah, we wanted the prime time spotlight, but you know, this year it was back to same old. Can't win no prime time. Why would they put us on prime time every again? Now we're back to the 1 o'clock spot. 1 o'clock spot is uh gonna be our going to be our scheduled programming. So my question to the rest of the guys: who gonna step up in the locker room? I mean, cause we are 9 point underdog against Detroit, and they coming off a loss. So yeah, man. But DQ, the blame was on DQ because he's the coach. Um, the blame was on AP, and I like AP. I like what he done. But this year, he 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 took some swings and missed. It happened. But what is he going to do for? What he going to do? What he going to do this day for? And I don't care about the commander tag. I don't. I'm with Rio when he said, "Fuck the commander tag right now." Can these guys play? Their college tape look good. When they get in the pros, when they on the field, their tape look like shit. So like I said, we gotta get some guys at top positions who can play. Once we get that done, we'll be fine. DQ stop getting guys from Dallas. AP stop getting guys from the 49ers. Yes, Debo work out. Yes, Kinlaw work out. But just cause you know 'em, don't bring them on. Don't bring them on your roster, man. Yeah. But that man, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go on and enjoy the rest of y'all day. I just had to get that off my chest. Um, the season is over. Um, is do you even want to watch the rest of the games? I will watch the rest of the games just to see who step up. No, I'm not. No, I'm not dead. Emmanuel. No, who that? Blue Flame. I'm not dead. Sometimes I just lose my train of thought from time to time, but I'm not dead. But I appreciate you watching, subscribe to the channel. You know, all for some of y'all in here who saying negative things. I welcome it. I don't believe it. But like I say, I appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe, subscribe to the channel because I know I'm doing right because y'all in here watching me. So once again, I thank all of 579 of my subscribers for watching. And if I gain new subscribers, welcome. You know, but you know, keep the negative comments coming. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing. I love to do this, so y'all not gonna deter me. So you know, and enjoy the rest of y'all day, life. I'm gonna be me, and y'all gonna be y'all. But I thank y'all though. I really do. Well, with that, I'm out. Peace.